Tonight, we are back in Hamilton, Ohio at the Municipal Brew. This is a local staple. Everybody loves this place, but where we're standing right now is the old municipal building for the city of Hamilton. And we are actually the last people to investigate this location before it's restored next month. We're about to meet up with Jim right now, who's going to give us a tour of this building.
So my name's Jim Goodman. I'm one of the owners and co-founders of Municipal Brew Works here in Hamilton, Ohio. This building was built in 1935. It was part of Franklin Delano Roosevelt's New Deal to get us out of the Great Depression. And it basically was the center of the city for everything. We're standing right now in the former fire department. The city stopped using this probably in the early 90s and phased everything out. Firemen used to sleep up there. The little orange room on that side of the wall, that was dispatch. They would slide down the pole there. The pumper truck would be parked here. The ladder truck would be parked here. And if you take a look on the floor, you'll see this was the backup line for the ladder truck. The chief's office was up there, and I'll take you guys around. The building is actually being purchased by a hotel development group. They're going to restore the whole building, and they're going to attach a hotel next to it, and they're going to keep us there. This was what was known as the Heritage Hall section. This big chunk of stone was actually the keystone for the first bridge to cross the river in 1816. This was where people would come and pay their bills. They would pay their taxes, they would pay their utility bills. This wall was not there, and people would just come in and do that. So on the opposite side of that is the vault, and that's where our mill room is. So we blew out the back wall of the vault, and that's where we put our mill room. So this is the federal project tag number, Federal Emergency Administration of Public Works. This was FDR's Project 1371, according to that. We had a previous paranormal group came in, and she said that green hall, when I walked by, it felt like somebody just came and tugged my hair, like there was this childish spirit and whatnot. What I did not tell her before all of this is this was what was known as juvenile court. And then in here is the old city council chambers. There's a nice mural in here. This mural was from 1941, founding of Fort Hamilton. Fort Hamilton was actually built directly across the street where that brick building is right now. That brick building is called the Well House. And to the right of that, near the monument, there is an old log cabin, but that was where the well was for the water that supplied Fort Hamilton. And on this side, you can see the old Champion Paper, the big brick building over there. That is now Spooky Nook Sports. So that is North America's largest indoor sports complex. We've got a second tap room over there. There's 230 some odd hotel rooms, and you can run either 28 basketball games or 46 volleyball games at one time. And then this is the way we get up to the creepy jail cells. So I do know of two men that were reported to me by people that used to work here, two men that hung themselves in these jail cells. And of course, you know, you got to be able to play checkers. So I was telling this gentleman that they removed the cell doors on this side. The other side, they're there. But when John Travolta played John Gotti, one of the jail cells, there's a few jail cell scenes, but one of the jail cell scenes was filmed here. And what they did was they removed the doors, so you would have camera outside the bars, camera inside the bars. There was a radio station here. Like I said, this place had everything to it, everything from the city. So this was the tornado shelter and the bomb shelter. There's a tornado siren that still works on the building, and then there's a radio tower. And the radio station was back here, but they would have their radio broadcasts here locally. Back in the day. This was where the hose tower was. So you can see the standard, see how it kind of wraps around. I mean, that's the infrastructure of the building right there. That's why this place was also the bomb shelter and tornado shelter. And then this is the backstop for the firing range. So you can see it's got thousands of little bullet plings in here. The gentleman come in, he said, "You still have the bullet holes in the ductwork in the basement." And I said, "How did you know that?" And he said, "Because I did it when I was 9 years old." He said, my father was a police officer, took me in the basement, started firing, put the gun down. I picked it up when he turned his back, and he saw it, grabbed it out of my hands, and when it was facing up, he rattled off 3 rounds. These are the 3 holes. Where the hose tower is, there's a light. I was working, the place was closed. It was shortly after we opened. And I started seeing this weird shadow behind me, and it got my attention, and I went around the corner. The light was just moving. Don't know why. It's never happened before, never happened since. It's swinging back and forth like somebody bumped it.
As the night began, it was time to set up abandonment cameras and equipment all over the location. But almost immediately, Armand and Caleb were caught off guard with the spirit box rolling in the courtroom.
We're just setting up for the night, but my name's Armand and that's Caleb. Can you talk to us through the radio tonight?
Hey, what's going on, Aaron?
Well, we come with respect and permission from Jim to be here. We're here to talk to you and learn your story more. None of these devices can hurt you. Just work with them and lets us know you're here.
Bad boy.
I don't even know where I am. They just said 1, 2. Caleb.
We haven't even introduced ourselves to the location yet. We just got done with the tour and we just set up abandonment stuff everywhere. This is one of the most unique, coolest, most interesting places we've ever been. It's the first time in a long time we've been in kind of a big abandoned location. Because I'm the most scared always, I decided to stay on the main floor, the first floor. I don't know where Caleb and Elliot went.
So like Jim said, this used to be a fallout shelter, a bomb shelter, tornado shelter. There's so much stuff here. It is insane. It's kind of overwhelming. I'm going to walk through the records room. There's miles and miles and miles and miles of old city records, criminal cases, civil cases, traffic cases. Yeah, I might even find some of my own. So we'll go through there and check it out.
Hey, my name is Elliot. I'm in the jail cell area. The owner, Jim, said that maybe some people had hung themselves up here. If that's true, we've got some devices that you can communicate with.
All right, so for anybody who has never seen our videos before, this is called a flux device. Very simply, it is just a motion device. And you have to get really close to it for it to go off. Look how close I am, it's still not off. If you get close to this side, it turns green, and if you get close to that side, it turns red.
Can you make a knock? Can you match this sound? Did somebody die in here? He said, yes. From the spirit box.
My name's Armand, and we come to this location with respect. It's been many things over the decades, so we don't know who we could be talking to, who could be here, but can you make those colors change for me? I'm gonna step out. 2 minutes after Armand left the room, the motion flux on the floor went off.
I'm gonna turn on the spirit box right now and see if we can get anything down here in the basement. Is there anybody here with me? Yes. We're going through the old records. Criminal records. Are you a past criminal here? I am. What did you do? What were you guilty of? What's your name? Robert?
While all the guys were spread out through the building, the camera we left on the second floor caught the motion REM pod going off down the hallway.
I'm gonna give it a minute here to see if Armand or Caleb come upstairs, but I just heard a pretty loud knock down the hall. I didn't really feel anything until like right about now. But there's something that just feels a little dark.
So this is the hallway we've kind of put our equipment and stuff where we kind of set up home base. I'm gonna put this here, and to any spirits, entities, ghosts, anybody that could be here on this floor with me. When those lights get stationary to blue, can you make them go off?
I'm starting to psych myself out up here. Emotion I just went off in that room. Oh, what the hell was that? I'm out. I'm a little flustered at the moment. Just heard a really strange noise in my ear upstairs. Getting my composure back a bit, but this place is already really weird and most of the lights are on.
The guys decided to regroup on the second floor for a double Esta session. So right now we are on the second floor. I believe it's a little echoey, and we're about to do something called a double Estes method. So if you saw the spirit boxes that we've been carrying around that streams through the stations, supposedly spirits are able to pull words out and communicate with us. They both have spirit boxes attached to noise-canceling headphones. They're going to be blindfolded so they can't see or hear what I'm asking, and they're going to yell out what comes through the spirit box.
Hey.
Hi, my name's Armand, and that's
See him?
Do we see who? Are you talking to me or somebody else?
Do you believe now?
Can you communicate with us today?
They know what I'm saying.
Shut the doors down.
Kill.
Kill by myself. Were you a police officer?
Tell me which time. Caleb.
Caleb, are you talking
Basement.
Basement?
Caleb.
How do you feel about them turning this into a hotel?
Help me.
How can we help you?
Someone you love.
I don't like that.
Invite them to meet me. Caleb.
Keep saying Caleb.
I don't want to.
Can you tell us your name?
I'm sorry, I can't.
Jim. Behind me. Oh my gosh.
Something we didn't realize until editing. During the double Estes, it almost sounds like a woman's voice coming through behind the camera.
I choose to. I choose to. I choose to.
So we've moved into the courtroom. The hallway was just a little bit too echoey. So we're a little bit short on time, so we're going to try to do an Estes in here. Me and Armand are going to ask questions while Caleb is under.
Can you use that radio to talk to Caleb? Doesn't sound like he's hearing anything. Can you finally tell us your name?
Do you have a warrant?
Oh, that's two on the nose, right?
Yeah. Were you wrongfully accused? Can you tell us your name or one of our names?
You're wanted.
We spent a lot of time setting the shot up in this room. We'd love if you talk to us. Can you tell us?
Over there.
Over where? Though extremely hard to hear on camera, you can tell by their reactions that Armand and Elliot start to hear some unusual noises.
In the hall.
That's weird. That goes up towards the jail.
Behind you guys. Horseplay.
Jesus, sorry, dude. There's a lot of noises going on.
Dude,
There's like knocks. We heard it sound like a cell phone ringing upstairs.
I thought I heard like a woman's, like the same crap we've been hearing, like the voice.
And then he said behind you, he goes around and it's like,
Yeah.
I'm not going upstairs to jail, dude.
We gotta go upstairs.
This is the most freaked out I've been all year so far.
Right now?
Yeah, this place really freaks me out.
I will say this is the scariest place I think we've been so far.
While the guys are downstairs in the courtroom, the night vision camera in the jails upstairs caught this.
So this was all on camera earlier, but I was just telling Caleb, I felt totally normal when we came up to the cell earlier, or when I went up to the cell. Everything was cool. Then I started getting chills, like heard a weird noise. Then went out into like the main area behind the cells and heard this really strange like squeaking right in my ear, but it was freaked me out.
All night we've been hearing this girlish, like childlike woman. I hope the cameras have picked up on it because it's literally something that we've all heard multiple times.
All right, so if you've seen our videos, you're not surprised that I'm too scared to go up to the jail. It just really freaked me out. I'm gonna kind of just sit on the main floor and see if I can get anything going over here. Maybe check out the brewery, maybe go get a drink.
My name's Caleb.
And I'm Elliot.
You might have seen us a little bit around the property so far tonight.
If the person or spirit, whoever was up here earlier that made a sound, can you communicate again? Can you go by one of these lights here in front of me and turn it a different color?
Was that you? No, what was that? Dude, I'm telling you, I heard, it wasn't that loud, but I heard some weird stuff up there. That was loud.
Yeah, that sounded like,
Somebody going through something.
yeah. If there's anybody up here with us, could you make a tap? Want to try the other side?
Sure.
So I didn't film it, but I was just sitting at the bar the last few minutes talking to Gabe and Sarah, 2 workers at the Municipal Brew, the nicest people ever. Time's running out for the evening. I'll let them do what they need to do up there, and I'm gonna slowly start packing up.
Alright, earbuds or earphones went on.
Again, my name is Caleb. That's Elliot over there. Do you have a name?
Why?
We're just trying to get to know you, who you are.
Hey!
Hi.
Hi!
Who am I talking to?
Name, thing. Great man. City, downtown.
We are downtown Hamilton.
They were like for prison. Dude, I'm just gonna say it feels like somebody else is in the cell with me.
At the absolute worst time, Armand came up to the jail to tell Caleb it was time to pack up.
We're just asking you to give us one last thing.
I can.
Could you vocalize something once again?
And then we'll leave.
Run.
What was that?
And that was right when that went off. Dude, we literally just asked it
Yes.
to do something.
Yes.
Fight.
Okay, alright, we're leaving.
Is there anything you want
Leave
to
now. It sounded like a woman crying. Leave now.
It's their bedtime.
And with that, it was time to pack it up and call it a night. Boys, thoughts? Wrapping up the night.
It was active, a little freaky, especially by the jail, that area, but we were hearing noises, voices all night.
All night. When all 3 of us hear something, that's when we know you can pretty much confirm that we're not just making something up, or we're, our own nerves are freaking us out or whatever it is. So to be a local here, to be able to frequent this place and to actually get to see the inner workings of it, the history of it, I would do this over 1,000,000 times.
Yeah, hopefully we do it some justice, but just an awesome historical building, if nothing else, but I think we got some other interesting stuff too.
Be sure to check them out on High Street and over there at their new location at Spooky Nook for any locals here. And as always, check the tapes.
As shown earlier, we like to set up abandoned cameras and equipment throughout the property. Though we have already reviewed some, it was time to review the rest. Earlier in the night, Caleb left the spirit box rolling on the windowsill in the courtroom.
Nothing. Develop.
And finally, one of the craziest things we've ever seen, a motion cat ball not only going off, but moving.